everyone, how are you doing today? My name is Karina and welcome back to Ready Set Pan. Today, a Beauty and the Beast Project Pan update number 2. So this is a year-long Fantastic Ladies collaboration based off of Beauty and the Beast. I'm doing this as a rolling style, 5 items at a time, and when I meet my goal, I bring something new in with the intention of hitting all of the prompts in the project. Let's dive into it. I have 2 goals met for this month. So, and a lot of items still from the intro. So, we're going to kick it off with my oldest item, which was the first one I rolled into this project, and that was the prompt of the Beast. Something kind of changed my mind about. I had rolled in Bubble Bath because I've been taking more baths than I used to because, you know, it's kind of, any improvement is better than not taking bubble baths. This is from Alpine Secrets. This is their foaming milk bath in lavender flowers. It is a 1 liter of bubble bath. However, this is very old, okay, guys? So I know the progress is going to look super impressive, but I took like 1 or 2 baths because you need so much of this stuff. Again, this is super old. But anyway, I was here last time. I'm here. It must have been at least 2 baths. But anyway, getting really close to the end of this, and yeah, you can kind of tell the age a little bit more down at the bottom. But we're getting there. We are getting there. And at least in terms of aesthetics, I'm not a lavender fan, which is why this was sat for so long. I don't know that it necessarily smells distinctly lavender, so we'll just kind of go with it. The next prompt that I had was for the Bimbettes, so we had to pick like a trio, 3 things you want to use together. And we've got some stories for this one. So that palette I chose was the Ofra palette. This was originally the Midi palette Face It Light. It originally had a contour, bronzer, highlighter. I exchanged the contour out for a blush. So you'll see where I was last time. I have the very ambitious 100 use goal on this item, which means it's guaranteed to stick around for a little bit. And today, you guys, I am here. Now, let's start with this. I actually have the blush right here. This is another Ofra blush from like I believe this came from like a 6-pan face palette of blushes. And I have used these all together up until about 2.5, 3 weeks ago, I want to say. And what I've decided is I'm not really enjoying the Ofra blushes, you guys. I don't know what it is. I just feel like they're not that fun to use. They don't really stick on my skin. So I've actually taken it out. I am decluttering all of my Ofra blushes. And I'm good. The highlighters, I do think that's where it's at with Ofra in terms of bronzer, blush, highlight. Bronzer, though, you can see I'm making a real good dip on that bronzer. I am wearing these today, and I've been pairing, ever since I stopped using the Ofra, I'm just going with my NARS blush and Orgasm, which is in my Ancient Mythos project. I'm trying to hit pan on that blush. So you know what? It works out anyway. So at the end of the day, I'm now down to 2, so we lost one of my girls, but, you know, it is what it is. Because I've used it 30 times this month, bringing me to 58 uses in the project, I'm not going to swap for a different blush, because my thing with, like, these kind of blush, bronzer, highlight trios is I want to use them all together. I like them being of the same brand if I'm using, like, a trio, or if I'm doing something like a trio of singles, for example. So that's where I'm at, making progress. Still 42 more uses to go, so it's going to take me another 2 months to hit my goal on that one, but I'm pleased with the progress. Next up was the Castle, so bulky packaging. This is my Tarte Lights, Camera, Lashes Mascara. I've been wearing this one for a few months now. Still going pretty good. I say this, I swear, every time with mascara, another month or 2 for this one. Next up was the prompt of the ball, so we had to go with a blue item. So I had selected my Quo Beauty One Stroke Gel Liner in Galactic Teal. Now, if you caught my Beauty A to Z project for 2025, you know that I had rolled this in for Q, because Q was a hard letter to find. Easy with Quo Beauty, but I don't have a ton of Quo Beauty. So I've rolled this into that project. However, before I rolled it into that project, I did get my remaining 8 uses, bringing me to my 20 use goal in this project. So although this item is leaving the Beauty and the Beast project pan, it is already my Beauty A to Z project with the goal of finishing the whole liner. I can't roll this up without it not being able to go back down, but this is my favorite blue liner that I have used so far. Like, it's got a little bit of like some glitter to it. You can kind of maybe see it on the lid there. It's darker, it's rich, but it's not like, you know, like it is blue, but you can make it look a little less crazy colorful. So, enjoying this one, but that is a Gourmet, and it's rolling out. Which then brings us to Plumette. So, something you had to dust off a little bit in your collection. So, I pulled a whole bunch of single shadows. These are all things that are depotted. They were from Mary Kay, Iconic London, and the Ditto Venus palette. And then I also have a little single I've depotted from Annabelle. Now, my goal with this palette was no pan left behind. And that complemented really well because I actually rolled in a shade from this palette into my Use Those eyeshadows. So, and this is going to be a little bit of a spoiler for those Use Those eyeshadows as well. But I have met my goal of no pan left behind. And my palette looks a little different. Excuse the messiness of the inside of the palette, but this is what my palette looks like today. As you can see, there are a lot fewer shades in this palette now. So again, Mary Kay here and these two here, Iconic London, Ditto Venus, and Annabelle. I have decided to declutter a fair number of the Iconic London shades because I had 2 rows of these originally. I've decluttered more than half of the Ditto Venus stuff. So I've decluttered 4 shades and I've kept 3. So a little bit more than half. So this is what my palette looks like now. I'll talk about the decluttering more when I get to the actual declutter video, but I have met my goal on this one here. And I'm just kind of excited because I've gotten more use out of eyeshadows and I am tailoring down my collection a little bit. So this was a very productive prompt. I'm glad it rolled in because it allowed me to make some decisions. Because we have the eyeliner and the eyeshadows rolling out, 2 new prompts get to come in. So let's talk about it. So with the help of the Tiny Decisions app, I get to roll into new prompts, and the first one was 6 eggs, right? So a reference to Gaston's breakfast, and we're going with an expensive item, and you could go so many ways. Like the markup on skincare, makeup, fragrance, like it's huge, and I have picked, it's only a sample size, you guys, but it's because of the brand. And I know when I break down the math for this stupid little item, this item is, okay, I don't even see how much is in this little pot, so I'll have to figure that out eventually. It is just a sample size, but the full size of this, and just the brand in general, it is up there. So, expensive skincare brand, La Mer. I have this tiny little pot sample size. This pot even has a barcode on it, you guys. Like, theoretically, you could buy this. I don't know. I've never opened it before, so let's open this together. This is, oh, I should tell you what this is. This is the La Mer, the Moisturizing Soft Cream. So at least it's a pretty full pot, but it's a tiny, tiny little pot of moisturizer. I just know La Mer is up there. Hundreds of dollars per full-sized item. So I'm going to roll this in for 6 eggs for an expensive item and get that used up. This is a sample I've had for a little while now, and because it's so expensive, I haven't used it yet. So this is the perfect opportunity. All right, and the last item that I'm rolling in today is for Mrs. Potts. So we're going for a liquid item, and you know what? Beauty A to Z is super appropriate here because I am bringing back an item from my 2024 Beauty A to Z that I haven't finished that is a liquid item. It is a hair care item, you guys. So this is from Christophe Robin. This is their Instant Volumizing Leave-In Mist. This is an item I'm good for a while and then I completely forget about it and don't use it. So as you can see, some of my marks are kind of ugh, but I was using this like in 2023. This is all my 2024 markings. That's where I ended the 2024 project, and I've used it a bit since then, but this is my current starting off mark, which maybe I could do in 2 months if I have months similar to like those ones. I'm gonna guess maybe 3-4 months because I'm so bad at remembering to use this thing. It does have a very light, okay, not very light, but it does have like a rose water scent. So I want to get this used up, and this is a perfect opportunity. It's a liquid, and obviously with Disney princesses, like they have such beautiful hair. I know this prompt is Mrs. Potts, but I mean, she has nice hair at the end of the movie, so it kind of works. All right, so that is going to bring us to my goals section. So ideally, if I'm pushing myself and I take maybe a few more baths, hopefully I can get the bubble bath done, and then I'll be on my last bubble bath that I have in my collection. I don't like to have too many bubble baths at a time. And then I also want to get this, at the very least, the La Mer for 6 eggs. I want that one goal met. So if I'm able to do that 1 or 2 things rolling out for next month, we keep the project nice and fresh. And hey, this is only update number 2, and I'm making great progress so far. But that's going to wrap up the second update for the Beauty and the Beast project pan. So of course, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments below. And I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video very soon. Have a wonderful day.